Alright guys, welcome back. So let's take a look at SMCI, Super Microcomputer. Today on Thursday, stock is trading at 457 plus 3.5% or so. Nvidia reported earnings, so chip makers maybe slightly down, but here's what I'm watching for this stock. We talked about this name many times. We covered it many times. And last time when we talked about this name, I was talking about two gaps that needs to get filled. One, when they reported last time earnings, stock gap down. Well, we kind of almost filled actually. We normally, I was expecting it to fill this gap right here as well, below 200-day moving average. But we chopped around for quite some time and cracked it down on Monday. And then Tuesday we had Hindenburg, that short report that came out. Could I have predicted this thing? Absolutely not. Also, could I have predicted that they would delay 10K? Absolutely not. But we have two gaps to the downside actually. Actually one gap right here from 518 all the way to 486. Can it try to fill it? Try to go higher? They're gonna I don't know when they're gonna report, but I just was checking it this morning. Probably it will come out, I don't know, tomorrow, maybe Monday, we'll see. But yesterday they reported basically they're gonna respond. They have to respond to that short report, which is pretty big acquisition. I mean, they were claiming that they're cooking the books, and well, that's not a good thing to hear if you are invested in a stock, especially in a stock that has gone up crazy up. But I have talked, if you have watched at least a few of my videos, I have talked about this many times, that I don't buy falling stocks at all. I don't trade them. If I trade them, I trade them to the downside. And you can see at the moment what you see for the stock. However you want to look, daily chart for the name in a downtrend. If you want to look at it on a weekly chart on a it's in a downtrend. This is a monthly chart. This August may be the biggest red candle for this name for quite some time, but you can see on a monthly chart as well. So I'm not somebody who will be a hero and try to bottom tick this name. But at least by looking at its own history, last time it was negative for 3 consecutive months, as it was right here. And then we saw at the end of the year, it basically held this level of, 240 to 230. That was where it was higher. So this is something I want to see before I trade a stock to the upside. I like consolidation, breakout trades to the upside, because I don't want to be someone who would be back holding the name and basically losing out. Opportunity cost is very high. Every day something is going on in the market, and I'm talking about, from traders' perspective. Okay, if you're an investor, do what you gotta do. For some people, it is definitely looking maybe attractive, because from its highs, it is down 67%, 60%, 62%. So, and I know, as someone who has been trading it, in general markets for quite some time, falling stock can keep coming down more and more. Like this morning, Dollar General reported earnings. So you can see downtrend lasts a lot longer. And technically speaking, SMCI, we know, yes, they are Nvidia customer. AI is booming. It's not going anywhere soon. We know that. I don't know if they're capitalizing on that or not, but I don't have to dive into the numbers, especially just by looking at the stock's chart. It will tell you the story. If fundamentals are very strong, you will see clean chart where it just uptrends, pulls back, uptrends, pulls back, it gets immediately bought back up. But we'll see what they report. But here's what I'm watching for the name. So this first gap possibly may get filled, but at the moment, after reporting earnings last time, stock was down, right? At 478, it put sort of a local bottom and then we drifted higher. So this level, ultra short term, well, at least today, sort of acting as a resistance. That's what I would be watching as a resistance. And last time when I spoke about this name, I was talking about 353 as a possible area of support. Can it go there? Absolutely. It's not too much of a move to get there, but year to date, another thing you need to keep in mind that this stock is still up. It's still up 60+% year to date. Okay, so just to put it into perspective. But on an ultra short term, from let's say, if we go back all the way to highs since March of this year, stock has been in a downtrend. Okay, which means it's been making lower highs, lower lows, and this low yesterday, fresh new low. Unless I see some sort of an higher high and some built up, and also we need to see what they're going to report next quarter. And I'm not going to be the one. I might trade stocks in and out during a day, but again, this is just not my cup of tea. I'm not someone who throws money and hopes that this is the bottom, and or if it's not, backhold the stock. I'm done with those days. It's been, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe I would have done that, and I have done it many times. Not anymore. Not my cup of tea. I will wait, see, put it on a watch list, put alerts. You can see I have a bunch of price alerts. If it gets to that 350, I'll see if I can trade it. But right here, right now, even if you take a look at the option activity, there's a little bit more put activity maybe for September and maybe even this week as well. If you can see, all those outside of the money calls could have been just sells, because market makers, when implied volatility is elevated, they try to take advantage of the elevated IV. And if we take a look at just implied volatility alone for the stock, even just looking at this week, which we have already, today is Thursday, tomorrow Friday, it's implying 121% IV, $25 move. I mean, of course, it can move up or down, but it's pretty high IV for my taste. And all the way going into the September 20th, this stock is implying that it can move up or down basically 84 points. Very recently, I was looking at it, and so basically IV is trying to come down as stock basically volume low goes lower, and people basically calm down. You can see, you can feel it, you can look at it. Of course, yesterday was pretty fearful day, but lower volume, lower range, it will kill the premium. And that's what all these guys are doing, who are selling outside of the money calls, selling outside of the money puts, and maximum pain for August 30th is $500. We'll see. But September 20th, big option expiration, 580. I don't know where it's going to be, but those are the levels that I mentioned I'm watching for the name. But if it tries to move fast to where it fell from, sellers will show up. That's 100%. That anytime stocks try to recover very fast after falling double digits, sellers usually show up and it will just drift lower. But that's what I'm watching for SMCI. Thanks for watching. See you in the next update.